Today I've got some advice for you that is really not investment advice, but it's things to think about, especially if you are someone that likes to cruise. We're also going to talk about the tax if you're going to go to Mexico on a cruise. They have implemented that, and I've got the heads up for you. Finally, an update from Royal Caribbean, a couple of updates from Royal Caribbean that I feel like we all need to be aware of. So let's go ahead and get started. Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today is Wednesday. It is July 2nd of 2025. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, will you please click on that subscribe button? And if you appreciate my updates, it makes a really big difference if you'll give this video a thumbs up, as well as all the other videos that you watch that you appreciate. So let's start at the very top talking about that tax in Mexico. I think those of you that follow along with cruise news remember not quite a year ago, Mexico started talking about what they were going to do as far as a tax for cruise passengers to come. It has really been at least that long that we've been hearing some rumors of this. So they have finally sorted it out. It went into effect on July 1st. I'm going to give hats off to Royal Caribbean on this because they are the very first cruise line to talk about how they're going to manage this. I expect that the other cruise lines will follow suit, but we'll have to see. And so let's start at the top. If you are going to arrive in Mexico on a cruise ship, I'm not talking about going any other way. You don't need to have a visa or anything, but you are going to be charged starting yesterday, July 1st. You're going, all international travelers stopping in any Mexico cruise port will be paying this tax. It's $5 per passenger. It's going to be $5 per passenger starting yesterday, July 1st of 2025 through July 31st of 2026. Starting on August 1st of 2026 through June 30th of 2027, the tax will be $10 a person. And then from July 1st of 2027 forward for the foreseeable future, until they decide to raise it again, it will be $21 per person. And so Royal Caribbean has come out and say the way that they are going to handle it is that if you book your cruise after, if you booked your cruise after June 1st of 2025, they are going to add it to your taxes and port fees. So it will be part of what you pay for your cruise. So that's if you book June 1st of 2025 or after. That's how they're going to handle it. If you booked your cruise before June 1st of 2025, you are going to see that fee show up on your shipboard account. All right, so the cruise lines are going to pass that right on to the guests, which I think in this situation, it's appropriate. Tell me what you think in the comments. And so just be aware when you get on a sailing, if you booked your cruise a long time ago, you're going to see the charges for that show up, like I said, on your cruise account, and you can just settle that bill at the end of your cruise. So let me know if you've got a cruise booked to Mexico. Now, when I think of going on a cruise that includes Mexican ports, I think about Honduras and what's going on with the measles situation. I've got a plan for us, and I'm going to lay it out for you tomorrow. And I really do think that it's going to be the best way forward. I've done quite a bit of research, talked to quite a few people in different high places, and I think this is going to be the safest way to go forward if you're going to want to go to Honduras on a cruise or arrive there on a flight, however you want to go to Honduras. Next up, the second thing we're talking about today is a little bit of news from Royal Caribbean, and it's just one of those random things that happens, but 2 times now on Symphony of the Seas, and if you're wondering when Symphony of the Seas was built, she was built in 2018. She is one of those beautiful Oasis class ships. One of the fun things about Symphony of the Seas, so if you have sailed on Symphony of the Seas, let me know in the comments and let me know what you thought of the ship. I have seen different lists of ships that you have to sail on, and we need to talk about that another day and make our own list maybe. But one of the ships that so many people single out that have sailed on like all the Royal Caribbean ships and lots of other ships, they say that one of the ships you need to sail in your lifetime is Symphony of the Seas. So let me know what you think about that. But 2 times now, and most recently on June 28th, they have had glass panels shatter and fall. So the first time that it happened was on June 8th, and it was in the Coastal Kitchen up on deck 17. A glass wall panel shattered. And remember, this is tempered glass. So it's not that it falls like shards of glass to cut people. It's more like in those nuggets, like think what your windshield does, okay? Think that. But at the same time, so that happened. And then just on June 28th, they had a window shatter that was a glass panel that was part of the roof of the solarium. And it shattered without warning, and they ended up having to drain the pool because some of those nuggets, as I call them, you can tell me what I should be calling them if you want to, of glass fell in the pool. Luckily, no one was hurt, and so keep your eye out if you're on a ship. Don't go crazy, but just know that some of these things can happen, and it's been really interesting to read a lot of the reports. Some people say, well, maybe it's the vibration from the ship that is causing this. They don't really know what's going on with it. But that is part of what made me look and see what year she was built. She has been sailing, for 7 years without having any trouble. And so we'll just kind of follow this along, but just wanted to let you know that sometimes unexpected things happen. But like I said, fortunately, no one has been hurt. The next piece of news that I have got for you about Royal Caribbean is that their chairman of the board, and he has been, Richard Fain, is going to retire by the end of 2025. The thing that I remember most about Richard Fain, and I followed him quite a bit, and I think that he has done a really good job leading Royal Caribbean Group. And one of the, maybe, I don't know if I would call it my fondest memories, but I remember that during COVID, when they had the cruise shut down, he would come on sometimes, and I wouldn't call it a live, but he would do videos and kind of talk about where he thought things were, how things were going. Did an excellent job, I feel like, of reassuring cruise passengers that everything was going to be okay, we were going to sail again, that the cruise lines would be all right, gave us great updates. So that's what I think of when I think of Richard Fain. But anyway, I'm going to be really sorry to see him go. I think he was a really good person. Next up, and we'll see how well he fills Richard Fain's shoes, is going to be Jason Liberty. He is currently the president and CEO of Royal Caribbean Cruise Line, and so that, like I said, that change will happen by the end of 2025. Now let's talk for a minute. This is really not investment advice, but it does make me think. And so I don't hold stock in all of these companies, but I just wanted to give you an update on where we are. And our Let's Go family member, Emil, helped me. He holds some stock in some cruise lines that I don't. He does an excellent recap. So let me tell you, if you are looking at cruise line stock, so Royal Caribbean, Viking, because I follow Viking really closely, and Carnival Corporation as well, CCL stock, they are all up remarkably. And so first off, the one that is up the most is Royal Caribbean Group. It is currently at $322 a share, up 106% over the course of this last year. That's remarkable. How many other things have you earned that much money on? Let us know in the comments. And I thought it would be kind of fun to talk in the comments about which cruise lines you hold stock in, how much you have seen it gone up, what you feel like the benefits look like to you, because sometimes you can get that shareholder onboard credit perk. Next up, Carnival Cruise Line, and I have been watching that one move a little bit. It is up 68% over the last 12 months. And finally, Viking is up 61%. So Viking has been a publicly traded company for just over a year. And so they are doing really well. It's just really fun to follow along and let you know clearly this is really impacting how busy cruise lines are, is very much impacting their cruise line costs. Their earnings are up. It's remarkable how much their earnings are up. Carnival Cruise Line stock has jumped a lot because their quarterly earnings are exceeding expectations, and I am sure that the others are exceeding expectations as well to be improving so much, to be going up as much. One thing that I want to hear about you from the comments, though, we have heard recently about what Carnival Cruise Line is doing with their loyalty program, and as I talk with people about it, really the bottom line that I think so many of us think is, people are not crazy about that change at all for the most part, especially the loyal cruisers. But I feel like we are to a point in cruise history and the way the economy is and the way travel is going right now that the cruise lines realize that so many people want to cruise, so many people want to travel that way, that if somebody is a little bit disgruntled about what they're doing with their loyalty, someone else will come along, book a cruise, and take their place. So tell me what you think about that in the comments. lines. Clearly, this is a very good time historically for cruise lines, and we'll have to talk about what we see in the future. It's always kind of hard to foretell the future, but I think the writing is on the wall about some things, so let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks so much for joining me today. I look forward to talking to you tomorrow, and I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.